Greetings, architects of memory and believers in second chances. Welcome back to Mr. Magazine, the only digital observatory where we track the stars not just as they rise, but as they orbit back to the constellations that made them shine. Today, we are dissecting a moment that consists of two simple words, two syllables that have managed to stop the spinning world of Turkish entertainment on its axis. We are talking about Halil Ibrahim Ceyhan, a microphone, a smile, and the phrase, "Why not?" This is not just a casual dismissal, it is the potential ignition key for one of the most anticipated reunions in television history. We are exploring the rumors, the realities, and the exhilarating possibility of Emanet returning to our screens, not as a rerun, but as a reimagined saga set 5 years in the future, starring the original power couple, Halil and Sıla Türkoğlu. Before we open the door to this potential future, I need you to solidify your place in our present. Subscribe to our channel right now to stay ahead of the curve. And for those who want to be the executive producers of our content, the join button is waiting for you with open arms. Your support is the foundation of our work. Don't forget to like this video if you miss the chemistry of Ceyhan and Yaman, and turn on notifications so you are the first to know if the dream becomes reality. Now, let's analyze the statement that started it all. In the lexicon of celebrity interviews, silence is often telling, but ambiguity is where the true excitement lies. For months, perhaps even years, a singular question has haunted the backstage corridors, fan forums, and press lines frequented by Halil Ibrahim Ceyhan. It is the question that refuses to fade, fueled by a global fanbase that has never quite let go of the past. Will there be another project together? Will we ever see the magic of Halil and Sıla reunited? Until recently, these inquiries were met with polite deflections or diplomatic smiles. But yesterday, the script changed. As Halil was leaving a high-profile industry event, surrounded by the flashing lights of the paparazzi, a journalist threw the question into the air one more time. Instead of walking away, Halil paused. He offered a smile that can only be described as enigmatic and replied with a phrase that was both a question and an answer, "Why not?" This brief, seemingly innocuous utterance has sparked a flurry of speculation that has since evolved into a full-blown media storm. Because in the coded language of the entertainment industry, "why not?" is rarely a rhetorical question, it is often a soft launch. Behind these two words lies a concept that insiders say has been percolating for some time, the idea of remaking or continuing the hit series Emanet, but with a twist. The plan is not to rehash old storylines, but to revisit the universe 5 years later, with the same cast returning to inhabit characters that have aged, evolved, and scarred just as they have. The impact of Emanet is undeniable. It was a series that broke viewership records, transcended borders, and created a fan culture that is as vibrant today as it was during the show's peak. Halil himself acknowledged this enduring legacy in his recent statement. Even though the series has ended, I still hear the same question on the street, on social media, and at fan meetings abroad. When will we see them together again? He remarked. He admitted that the question never goes out of style because the emotion the show generated was authentic. And it was in that moment of vulnerability that he confessed his own excitement. He is not looking back with fatigue, he is looking back with curiosity. The prospect of reuniting with the same team after a 5-year hiatus is, for him, a thrilling creative challenge. But a reunion requires two distinct energies to align. What about Sıla Türkoğlu? While she has not spoken as publicly as Halil, the signals emanating from her camp are just as noticeable to the trained eye. Rumors in the industry suggest that the beautiful actress has told her inner circle that Emanet holds a sanctuary-like place in her career. She views the series not merely as a job she completed, but as the definitive turning point in her life, the crucible that forged her into the star she is today. However, Sıla is no longer the same actress who walked onto that set years ago. It is claimed that she has matured considerably, honing her craft through different characters and challenging roles. Therefore, she believes that stepping back into the shoes of her iconic character would not be a regression, but an opportunity to add a whole new layer of depth. She is interested in exploring who that woman is now, after the storms have passed. I want to pause here and ask you, the dedicated viewers of Mr. Magazine, how do you feel about time jump sequels? Do you love seeing your favorite characters aged up and facing new, more mature problems? Or do you prefer to leave the past in the past? I am genuinely curious about your take on this storytelling device. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And while you are there, remember that hitting the like button helps us prove that there is a demand for this kind of detailed analysis. If you want to support our independent journalism, checking out the membership perks via the Join button is the best way to do so. The proposed concept is fascinating. According to information circulating in the most reliable gossip columns, the duo isn't just looking for a nostalgic cash grab. The plan for this 5 years later project is ambitious. The story would advance through a significant time jump, presenting the characters in their adult, fully formed lives. The scriptwriting phase is reportedly exploring complex themes. What kind of lives do they lead after all these years? How has their relationship evolved, or dissolved? How will the unresolved feelings and traumas of the past be addressed by two people who are no longer naive? This narrative approach suggests that the series could attract not only its former diehard viewers but also a completely new audience hungry for mature relationship dramas. In his candid statement, Halil touched upon the immense weight of this potential undertaking. He stated that reuniting with Sıla, both in the reality of their personal lives and in the fiction of a project, is a great responsibility. He is acutely aware that the expectations are sky high. Fans do not just want a show, they want the same magic they felt years ago. However, Halil affirmed that this pressure doesn't scare him, rather, it acts as a high-octane fuel. He believes that with the right story, a story grounded in realism rather than melodrama, and a solid team, the remake of Emanet could be a completely different success story, standing on its own merits. Following this soft announcement, social media was flooded with a tsunami of reactions. It was a digital awakening. Fans began sharing unforgettable scenes from the original series, dissecting micro-expressions and dialogue. Old catchphrases resurfaced, and hashtags regarding their reunion quickly became trending topics worldwide. International fan accounts, from Latin America to the Middle East, translated the news instantly, proving that the appetite for this duo is global. Messages of support began pouring in, signaling to producers that the market is ready. However, we must temper our excitement with the reality of the industry. For now, there is no confirmed agreement, no wet ink on a contract, and no official filming date. But Halil's simple "why not" has left the door ajar. And in this business, a jarred door is an invitation to walk through. The possibility of Emanet returning with mature characters and a deeper love story has already become the most talked about topic of the week. Behind the scenes, the production logistics are being weighed carefully. From the production company's perspective, remaking Emanet is a double-edged sword. It is considered both a significant risk and a massive opportunity. On one hand, the ratings, social media engagement, and international sales success of the original are legendary. The nostalgia factor is a powerful currency. On the other hand, lightning rarely strikes twice in the same spot. If the new script fails to capture the soul of the original, it could tarnish the legacy. This is why the writing is key. According to sources close to the creative team, the goal is to showcase the transformation of life. The potential project will portray their relationship not as a fairy tale romance where everything is perfect, but with a more profound narrative grounded in the gritty reality of adulthood. Themes of separation, physical and emotional distances, profound regrets, and the tentative possibility of reconciliation will form the backbone of the story. It is about two people finding their way back to each other across a chasm of time. Sıla's approach remains the variable that creates the most intrigue. The actress has become known for her selectivity, placing great importance on script content and character arcs. It is rumored that she is only open to the idea of a remake if the story truly captivates her intellectual curiosity. She is noted to be enthusiastic about the idea of playing her character as a stronger, more grounded woman, someone who has survived her past rather than being defined by it. Halil, in particular, emphasizes the transformation of his character, Yaman. He believes that the man who was once tough, distant, and emotionally repressed must appear years later as a completely different entity. He envisions a Yaman who is calmer, more self-aware, and who has done the work to overcome his demons. Rumors suggest Halil told his inner circle, "I would love to play this role again, but this time I want to see him truly mature." This desire for character growth suggests that Halil is interested in acting, not just posing. It seems that a new announcement from Halil and Sıla will only fuel this fire. As the details become clearer, we are left to wonder, can you ever really go back? And if you do, will you find the same person waiting for you? Halil İbrahim Ceyhan and Sıla Turkoğlu seem willing to find out. This story is far from over. In fact, the second act might just be beginning. We will be here, tracking every rumor, every confirmed meeting, and every script leak. Thank you for joining us on Mr. Magazine. If you are excited about the return of the legends, subscribe and share this video. Until next time, keep asking why not, because sometimes, that is all it takes to make a dream come true. Goodbye.